Okay, more Case of the Golden Idol. I have 4 hours today instead of like 1 hour, so that's really great. We should be able to finish this case I was working on. I reviewed my notes from last episode. I have achieved the entire right half of the screen, but I'm at the hard part and I have no idea other than the very last bit. So I think I just have to start clicking through everybody again. Game's a bit quiet, so I'll turn. So in my notes, let's see. I'm looking at the characters here. So we've got the gardener, the butler who's high, the doctor who is on a bunch of previous missions, the loyalist leader who's suspicious and who is also high, the general who's potentially suspicious, this rando guy Gideon Bell who is hanging out with Ergen Patu. Ergen Patu is a foreign leader who I believe has been framed. They planted a boomerang from him. The Faulkner is the constable, so he didn't do it. And Augustus is the victim, so obviously he didn't do it. Well, maybe he did. Who knows? Probably not, though. Yeah, let me see if I can just start clicking through people and try to figure it out. So our gardener, this guy's high. We learned something about... Let's see if I can find the thing that conveys the whole... Black poppy, whites of eyes get a pink tint. That's the only one that makes any sense, I think. Unless if other of these characters are doing the, like, rapid blinking hiccups, twitching, and aggression. I don't think so, but I can look at people really quick. Oh, I didn't notice he was rapid blinking before. Unless if that could just be a red herring. Right, so let me note that Gideon Bell rapid blinking. Someone actually interesting. Okay, that's how he got here. That could be the trick. See if anyone is... I guess you could say he's hiccuping. I assume some of these are red herrings. I think he's just talking, but I'll put it as a possibility in case it matters. So, general hiccuping, question mark? Okay. A couple things I can deduce aren't involved because they appear to be doing the framing. I have all the possible words. Drugged, framed, killed, planted, provoked, stole. Button. Why is button a thing? Oh, he's careful to not. Is that what that is? Is that a button? Yeah, I have that as a thing I can review. You just click on him and this book gives you all of their eyewitness statements. Yeah. And I was making some progress on this when we had to wrap last time. Trying to figure out which of these buttons I can, or which of these words I can ignore. I don't think I've even looked at button before. So can I look at people's coats here? He's missing a button. At least that looks like that's the right kind. Yeah, I didn't even notice that was interactable last time. Okay, so that guy is Leopold Blanchard. Blanchard is missing a button. Button is in the hand of the victim. He's also, like, outwardly claiming that this guy did it, which we're pretty sure, almost positive he didn't. That would be fun if that's just like he's just a regular racist. He didn't actually happen to do anything. Okay, so I'll read through these really quick. Let me remind myself the names here. So Leopold is the loyalist leader, and he's had the black poppy, became drowsy. Instructed the butler to raise the alarm. Gideon's the rando who's friends with a Lemurian. This is the general. Turner is the the doctor from the previous cases. This is the foreign dignitary. Everything Master Bell says is absolutely correct. So I definitely trust the two of them. This is probably true. A glass of sherry with Blanchard. This is the doctor. Okay. A glass of sherry. Blanchard is the loyalist leader. Now, the sherry, I think both of them, they're the two characters with... No. That guy is not... That's Podrick, who's the butler. Okay. So that's not super helpful. Back to it. Chess house where he found Lord Alistair and the butler. Wait, am I right about that? Butler was in the library. No, the butler is him. Okay. Order the butler to clean up the library and get rid of the bad sherry. Played chess with Alistair until the alarm was raised. Led the interrogation. Okay, so this is the general, right? Yeah. Educated the butler on his lack of military training. Dr. Turner arrived and sent the butler away. They played together. He was close to winning when the alarm was raised. Does that mean is Turner in on it? There's so little information for this. Alright, so Podrick is the butler. Oh wait, no, I got something confused. Drank a glass with the loyalist leader. Okay, yeah, I'm caught up. Master arrived, instructed him to dispose of the spoiled sherry. I guess what I could do is I could make a matrix of all of these and see which claims are probably true based on them being verifiable. Billiam. Like, you get the word planted from that. That's fun. Saw Lord Augustus leave the fountain around noon. Okay. So early in the morning, something verbed, something in a place. And verbed a something. All right, so you wouldn't drug a sherry. Frame a sherry, provoke a sherry, stole a sherry. Yes, it could be seal or button. I need to figure out where I got the word seal from now that I've figured out the button part of it. Seals of the Lemurian clans. counting system. The boomerang is missing. This is how I confirmed that he was a Lemurian guy. Okay. And that's the club, which I think the club is a red herring. So I think the only words here that could make sense are either club or button. And button seems like it's important. Meanwhile, in the blank, somebody did something. I think we've already said tea house because that's when we know someone was there at noon. Unless if that's wrong and I just put that in there by mistake. Let me make sure I can confirm why that makes sense first. So, people talking about noon. So the alarm was raised. This is around noon. Gus has left the fountain around noon. I think that's my only instance of noon that I saw. Wouldn't be in the fountain, right? So what's by the fountain? Yes, we have this whole thing with a New Order party, the Loyalists and the Moderates. Two old parties will form a coalition. Blanchard or Valentine will become the Prime Minister. Leaving Lazarus Hirsch and his party in the opposition. Lazarus has been in previous missions, right? But he's not in this one. I guess that could explain how this connects to prior missions. Do I have Valentine? Okay. Valentine and Blanchard. So one of them is dead. I feel like the surface level thing is to suspect him of doing it because he's got the missing button and he's the one that's claiming that it's Ergen, but I feel like that's too straightforward for this stage of the game. Body was found by Leopold. Murdered in the salon. Oh, this is probably it then, right? In the salon rather than in the tea house. I'll just guess that for now. Blank did something, and planted the boomerang on him to frame Ergen Patu. Wait a minute. This is the end of the story, so this has to be... Okay, let me read through this carefully. Early in the morning, I don't think the killing happened. I think we can be pretty sure that's true. Meanwhile, still in the morning, somewhere else, something happened with the Lemurian. So, but in the salon at noon, I think we can deduce that this is when we have to say that somebody died. So it wouldn't be drugged because he's clearly been, like, he didn't, like, die of poisoning or something. He got stabbed in the head. Huge vertical wound, yeah. So I think the only verb that makes sense here would be killed. So someone killed Augustus Valentine, but they didn't. They planted the boomerang on him. I think that this is intended to mislead you because was the boomerang found here? Hold on. No, I think that is right. Yeah, this one's pretty tricky. Let me review how they found the body here. Saw the deceased lying in the salon. Entered the salon and found the body, and upon inspecting the weapon, deduced the Lemurian was the murderer. Okay, but planted the boomerang on him. I think that follows. Okay. So who did the killing? Leopold seems to be the most obvious. I can guess him for now. Let's keep moving backwards here. Lemurian is only able to go to 2 words. It wouldn't be Lemurian Sherry or Lemurian Button. So it has to either be club or seal. We've got these seals, one of which he has. So he has the club and he has a seal. The host didn't notice me when he was leaning over the sleeping eye patch gentleman. Spicy smelling ornamental box. All right, I don't have yet a reason to believe this other than that the club doesn't make sense. So I'm going to start by putting the seal there just to try to narrow things down here. And did what with a Lemurian seal? Well, you wouldn't... We've got... You wouldn't provoke it. He wouldn't kill it. He wouldn't frame it. He wouldn't drug it. So he either planted or stole it. All these words can be used multiple times, right? Like if I've already used planted down here, that doesn't mean that it's not going to show up here. I don't remember if that's actually a rule in this game, because I know that over here we have no repeats. They can be reused over here? Okay, thanks. This one seems quite difficult. I might just need to start going through... I was hoping I could get the answer just by looking at the thinking screen. I've made some progress, I think, at least. The fact that this is an indefinite article, again, it wouldn't be a sherry. So it could be a seal, a club, or a button. And I don't know how the button fits in here. I guess it could be a boomerang if I repeated it, right? Oh, the reason that's where it is, okay. But I feel like it would be the boomerang, not a boomerang. Put that back. All right, I think I've done as much as I can just by staring at that. I think I just have to look through every possible clue again from the beginning. So, library, salon, flower beds, mountain, croquet field, tea house, chess house. Missing button is more than enough proof that you did it. They make the grammar awkward to accommodate more words. Okay, so I can't completely rely on that. So I wasn't looking at this previously with the big picture, so I don't think I paid attention to this line. So the fact that your plan to frame Patu is sublime, but your missing button is more than enough proof that you did it. Constable, please escort this man out. And he ran the investigation. And also, he's really suspicious based on his role in prior cases. So the fact that my main theory of the crime is outright stated by a character makes me think it can't be right. Yeah, that's literally what he just said, isn't it? Leopold, your plan to frame Patu is sublime, but your missing button is more than enough proof that you did it. Whoops. All right, so who's getting framed then? That's super interesting. I think one of my favorite things about this game so far is the way that they've constructed the puzzle to lead you to the wrong conclusion first. Maybe somebody figured out what it was right away, but I feel like that's what they're going for with it. Only one of them drank the sherry. Okay, and the sherry is theoretically what gives you the pink eyes. So let's review, how did the sherry get distributed? Okay, so Leopold had a glass of sherry with James. So did James drug the sherry? I feel like that would make sense because he doesn't have the fucked up eyes. How did the butler get? What did the butler do? It's Podrick. Okay. All right. So I feel pretty certain that Leopold was drugged by James. Okay. So can I fit that in here? Early in the morning. Is it early in the morning? That just doesn't give me a time, but it's Leopold, James. Okay. I think this is it. So my theory right now, James Turner drugged Leopold Blanchard. That was in the library, right? And that's where the sherry is, so I don't know, need to check that. And blanked a blank. It's got to be the button, right? That's the only thing that makes any sense, because he's specifically calling out the button. And I guess stole a button. He wouldn't plant the button because the button is missing from him, right? Okay. So I like this. This feels pretty good. But the problem is what happens to the button then? I think I have to throw all this out. I think because a character is just outright saying this, there's no way it's right. So I'm going to drop that. I think it's somebody killed Augustus. And I don't think it's even Ergen. Like, I felt pretty sure that he didn't do anything, but now that a character is outright saying that, there's no way. Oh, are we saying he planted the button? That's much cooler if that's true. Okay, that doesn't get me very far, though. I guess I'll just leave it ambiguous for now, because I guess it could still be the boomerang or the button. But no. I think we're framing Leopold Blanchard, so the only thing that could be planted to frame him would be the button, not the boomerang. And this is just based on me expecting that they wouldn't just state the solution in one of the characters' testimonies here when you click on them. So do we think... Did James do it? I feel like it was someone other than... Like, I think James did the first thing because he had the opportunity. So I don't know if I'm sure about this part, but this all looks good to me. This all looks good to me. So what the hell is in the middle? So meanwhile, in the morning, something else happened. Croquet. Drank tea in the tea house. So what's the point of the Ergen drew his attention to the design of the chess house? Like, that wasn't suspicious the first time I read this, but... Master Turner came to the chess house and sent the butler away, just as Ergen was remarking on the beauty of the chess house. Alistair leave the chess house and return shortly after. Okay, so I don't know very much about Alistair. What does he claim to have done? Oh, he never mentions that he left. And if I'm already suspecting Dr. Turner... Okay, so this is interesting. Thought you were an honorable man, Leopold, not some agent trying to sabotage our friendly relations with Lemuria and provoke a conflict. Yeah, okay, so I think these two work together, and my reasoning for that is that Gideon, who I don't currently have any reason to distrust, says that he saw Alistair leave, but Alistair doesn't say he left, but he was alone with James, and he and James are both claiming that this happened. So... I don't think there's any ambiguity as to who did the drugging. That has to be James because of everyone's, there's several people's testimony that place them together. But now I think, did Alistair actually do the killing? Just because he has no motive, but I can see... No, I don't think I know that. I don't think I can say that yet. Because the thing, I was just doing meanwhile in the tea house, right? So, well, no, it's not the tea house. It's the chess house where the problem is. Doctor and the general were both in the chess house. Meanwhile, in the chess house. And the order of this matters, right? So there's not, it wouldn't be provoke because it's got to be past tense. Drugged, killed, planted, or stole. So there's not another dead person, so it's definitely not killed. It's not provoke because that's present tense. It's not frame because that's present tense. Somebody drugged, stole, or planted something. Someone already got drugged. So you can't plant a person, you can't steal a person. And nobody got killed. So it has to, there's another drugging? Okay, but I think that's maybe possible because we've got the pink eyes and the rapid blinking, and this guy is rapid blinking. Now nobody else, I guess he's hiccuping arguably. I wonder if they made his face like that on purpose to make it confusing. Definitely not hiccuping. Now, if that's loss of perception of time, Does that mean that Gideon's testimony is fucked up if he got drugged? So let me guess Gideon for now. Early in the morning, drank tea. Yeah, this whole drew his attention to the design of the chess house now makes me think Ergen actually is bad and did drug him. Like when he was looking away. And returned shortly afterwards, but his perception of time is messed up. Okay, so the only person who could have drugged Gideon, if I have that right, is Ergen. I don't know how much of this they're expecting you to use the syntax to rule things out, but it works. It seems to work for me. In the chess house, or that's not in the chess house, that's the tea house, right? That's where they were. I thought it was going to be about Coke and Turner, but that didn't make sense. Drug Gideon Bell and all it do? Hyper concentration on one thing. Could he have like left the room after doing that? Man, that's real specific. So it sounds like he drugs him. And then he's just like staring at the chess house and not even noticing that Ergen is leaving. That's the only thing that makes sense, because what else is Ergen gonna do, right? If he has to go to a different location. I don't know any of the whys though right now. Like this is making sense just based on the grammar syntax and the stuff that I've ruled out. But I have no idea why Ergen would do any of this. Like, let me review his stuff more. Oh, I missed this last time. I know you hate associating with these invaders and thieves. This might be just the opportunity we seek to reclaim our honor. We're missing one up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's stroke count as the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's the seals of the 12 clans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's a missing seal. So a seal got stolen, but I don't know why. Maybe this guy isn't actually a Lemurian. Is that the whole shtick? Because they're not expecting the frame job to land, I suppose. So he stole the Lemurian seal from it's in the salon, right? I guess that's an example of the same word showing up twice. So a question about repeat use of words. Is repeat use of words only possible if it's locked in somewhere else? I feel like it has to be, right? Because I couldn't put fountain twice. Oh, never mind. No, it gets reserved. Disregard. All right. So in the salon around noon. The guy that's missing. Okay, let me see if this is right. Wow. Alistair and James plotted to turn the ruling moderate and loyalist parties against each other. Oh, right. He was a Brotherhood member in the previous... Yeah, okay. Maybe the previous case is supposed to help with that. Alistair murdered the moderate leader. James framed the loyalist leader. But the moderate leader wasn't featured in this one, right? I got that kind of not really cheating, but not really based on understanding the case. Oh, am I able to review the summary they gave me again? Is that this thing? Framed, okay. I misread. That's right. Framed the loyalist leader. That's consistent. So what was the whole deal with Pitu? Am I meant to understand that he's not actually a Lemurian? He's just posing as one? Oh, he's reclaiming his family's seal. I see. So he's a red herring in the story, and this entire middle section is just to kind of throw you off the track. Like, it fits that he would do that. They have all these Lemurian artifacts here. Okay, gotcha. This is a really good case. Even if I may have cheesed it a little bit. Proven that I can trust you. Brotherhood's artifact that I removed from the Trader Keen. Take heat from the cup of water. Give the heat to something else. Much more the idol can do. All right, are these the last two cases of the base campaign, and then the rest of it's CLC? Ramp of Order. Oh, interesting. Never breach the fourth virtue. Well, I keep no secrets. Alistair Coke, Arbiter of the Order Party. Slapped a sergeant in anger. Listen to marching music in his manner. Loyal service to the Order Party. Total merit plus 11. Okay, do I have to identify people again? Oh, this is different. Okay, so I get free inputs here. And I have to find more material before I can do more of this stuff. Okay. Bangor Quinn. Let me keep the full names together. Named he had no wife. Painting depicted a naked person in his house. Broke his wife's favorite teapot in anger. Okay, so I just kind of have to go through these and then I can make sense of them once I have more of the big picture. That was helpful last time. I completely missed the fact that my theory of the crime was stated outright by the characters. It was pretty funny. Wore ridiculous headgear at 5 public events. Claimed he had not betrayed High Arbiter Lazarus during the Ritual of Ascendance. Okay. Lothar Richards. You know a lot of these names already. I love their list of merits for everybody. That's really funny. Josh Bailey is one I don't recognize. Drank excessive amounts of gin. Drank excessive amounts of rum. Horace Webb. Held down a job since the new regime. Possesses 15 books. Express willingness to donate his castle to the party. 200 merit. This guy sucks. It gets so much merit, it doesn't matter. Okay, Gideon Bell. Oh, Gideon Bell's a duke. This was the guy that was drugged. An outrageous hairstyle. Broke down in tears 10 times during questioning. Refused to start working. Okay. Alright, this is James Turner. Feel your emotions. We as robbers of order must never violate the first virtue. Untidiness. Okay, Turner's assistant. Drank a full bottle of brandy at a picnic. Kept the book Legacy of the Rose Dynasty in his study. Loyal service to the party. I love how that's plus 20 merits versus the 200 for the guy who's going to give him a bunch of money. 4 maxims of virtue. Yeah, we had a mission like this a couple cases ago where I had to interpret symbols like this. Okay. Heart, wings, sun, eyeball. Store confiscated objects and evidence according to the virtue breached. You'll perform your function as much as is required. It's paramount to ensure order in our new society. Okay, so in order to remind myself what these symbols meaning, do I tend to have to go to a prior case? Never clear to me when prior cases are necessary. I know I got all the symbols in an earlier one. I just don't remember which one it was. I feel like it was one of these guys, right? Okay. Let me screenshot those. It's not necessarily required. Didn't need the symbols here. I think they were the same symbols. Alright, so that's increase matter. Oh, but I don't know the third symbol. Increase matter question mark. So the ones I got are all the info I can possibly have. Brandy. Opium. Okay, so that's the same color. Invoice. 3 pounds of butter. Delivery. Total cost. Math doesn't seem right. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Because it didn't end up being necessary to the solution, basically. Yeah, somebody had like a document, right? Here we go. Vacuum, gold filtering, unknown effect. Oh, this is unknown effect. Okay, let me write this down. Unknown effect. Progress from fruit to more advanced organic matter. Oh, is this resurrect? Increase matter. Fetch a dead body for experiments. That's kind of cool. I like that. That's my only instance of that glyph, I think. That removes the matter. Okay, cool. Do we have the apple here? A rotten apple and a green apple. Okay. Interesting. So maybe it's resurrect. Or heal. All truth, Lord High Arbiter, I prefer stirring no more than this. When it gained a majority and liberated our government from multi-party chaos, the Order Party has worked hard to improve society. Demonstrate the virtue of moderation. Okay. Virtue breached, so it's the opposite of the virtue. Being bad at math is one. Being careful, maybe. Okay, and there's the books thing. We know that they're not allowed to have books. Okay, it'll be interesting to figure out what the virtues are based on this. So I think that virtue 1 is the virtue of moderation. Can I start guessing these yet? All right, let's guess. For EDM. Excessive. Okay, the first virtue is moderation. Excessive stuff will be punished. I'm gonna have to get more information to get information on that. Sitting here all day does not count as sloth. So sloth is the opposite of something. Untidiness is the opposite of something, presumably. Tobacco is not considered an indulgence. No literature is forbidden. All right, so we know. So do these 3 slots, are they order agnostic? Does it not care about what order I put them in? Indulgence is one. Merit changes are calculated. Merit exaction. Remember the second virtue. Don't be lazy. I think we mean that sloth is the opposite of the second virtue. Third virtue. Being garish. So we'll see. Some mistakes are very costly. Oh yeah, we've seen this guy before. David Gorin, enforcer of the Order Party. Secret compartment in his office locker. Denied the existence of the secret compartment. So one is telling the truth, one is not having secrets, unless if those are both related. They could be. Okay. Beauty to see order prevail. we're not against the first virtue, I would feel very happy. Oh, I bet diligence is the second one. Yeah, and that's why the bad math was a crime. Tell me why I saw you spend more than 3 shillings on new clothes after I asked you to lend me money and you said you had none to spare. This is a great mission. Official fourth virtue breach. What does it have to do with literature? I'll come back to it. Could be secrets because of the eye. Nicholas Maker, record keeper. Labeled the protocol as being on Thursday, even though it was Wednesday. Took a double-length break. No apparent wounds. Prince of Dusk. Like night, I am dark and full of terror. I do not fear love. Do not make that error. My name. Let's look for my face. I feel like I've seen this guy's face before. Interesting. I was relieved they started not to push any fashion charges. Would it be fashion? Because that would be pretty funny. It's probably beauty. I'm gonna guess beauty. So vulgar, fashion, untidiness. Spread lies. My pure love is merely lust. They know about true art. Into my bones, I should have drunk less. Now we poor souls experience God's wrath. Okay, so I have all the clues now, right? It's just these 3 screens. It'd be funny if someone screws up the second virtue and puts the wrong thing in one of these lockers and it's confusing. I love how that's like lust. I guess lust is one. Fashion, untidiness. He's committed a fashion crime. Crime of lust. I don't know about the music, though. I'm guessing untidiness goes under diligence, actually. Art, maybe? Or even just music? Try that for now. Sloth, untidiness, and mistakes, I assume. Emotions, moderation. Brandy and opium. Money, maybe? Anyone gotten in trouble for having too much money? Let's see. Drank a bottle at a picnic, kept a book, slapped in anger, listened to marching music. Okay, yeah, so music definitely seems to be not okay. So lying's not okay. I think I would guess lies go under this. Guess that's not truth. Literature, lies, and secrets. Okay, that can't be right, but it says only 2 or fewer are wrong, so... Pretty close. try to find more examples of the first virtue. Indulgence in emotions. Got angry, drank too much, left early. Books. Didn't work. Outrageous hairstyle. Too emotional. Like, is there another... I wonder if this should be spirits rather than souls. Okay. Excessive, secrets, mistakes, lies, lust. Let's say lust goes here. And this is art instead? Ah, okay. That makes way more sense. All right. Gotcha. Why did I think the third virtue... Is it because... Oh, I took this as being lust. Okay. But it's bad art. It's vulgar art. And lust shows up a whole bunch in the other steps. Okay. So we want to know what people's... Oh, this is fun. I think I get it. So... Now I have to look at their total merit score. So this is 20. So the combination of these two is 8. All right. But now I know what each of the sins are. So we've got 1, 2, 3. I'm typing this in a text file. Normally I would pop into a Google spreadsheet. So a moderation sin plus a secrets sin equals 8. So I can't deduce anything from that because there's a whole bunch of combinations. Okay, so that's slap to sergeant and anger is emotions, right? So moderation, sin, plus... Oh, this is... I love this. This is one of my favorite missions in the game so far. Listen to music. So beauty is 9. Okay. So I still can't be sure based on that, but that definitely helps me break the degeneracy a bit here. These ones won't tell me the total merit score. I love the evaluated as 200 merit. It's really funny. Okay. So, right. So this is diligence plus... I think that's also diligence. That's mistakes. Yeah. All right, so I can probably figure that out then. Diligence plus diligence equals 6, which means that diligence must be 3. Okay. But I didn't use diligence earlier. Let me just make sure I did the math on these right. That's 8. That's 9. Okay. I can only get one more guy, right? It's classic logic puzzle stuff. I really love it. He doesn't have one, which makes sense. I have more evidence of demerit values. Oh, this guy has stuff. Okay. So, secrets plus lies. Is this another double? Okay. So secrets plus secrets equals 2. So it's only -1 for a secrets error. It's not too bad. Yeah, so now I have moderation plus secrets is 8. Moderation plus beauty is 9. So I can solve the rest of it based on that. Yeah, right. So if moderation plus secrets is 8, that means moderation must be a 7. Holy shit. And 7 plus beauty is 2. Beautiful. That was nice and fun. Okay, now we have to see the merits of... Okay. Right, because I have the books here, but not the final total, right? So Fangor Quinn is a liar, so secrets. Naked person is beauty. Moderation. I think that's also moderation for Night with the Wife. It's lust, yeah, okay. So that's 1 for secrets, 2 for beauty is 3, plus 7 is 10 is 17. Okay. I like that they give you the confirmation without having to do all of these. Walter Keane is lust, beauty, secrets. So that's moderation is 7, 9, 10. What am I missing? Oh, flirted 3 times at 5 public events. A night. A painting. This is pretty genius. Okay. So, 3 times is times 3. 5 events. Okay. So, negative 21 plus negative 10 is negative 31. 32. Cute. I love how they got you there. They're like, yeah, you're just gonna write it down. Oh, you dummy. Yeah, it's beautiful. Okay. Yeah, it's great. Like, it's the Franz Kafka level. Bureaucratic nightmare. Large amounts of wine to his guests. Lothar did moderation, moderation. But then got 15 merit on top of that, so that should be 001, I think. It's 2 moderation errors at -7, -7. Okay. So we've got Josh is diligence, moderation, 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 secrets ×4. Okay. So 3 is 21, plus 3 is 24, minus 28. Beautiful. Okay. Horace Webb. 60 instances of non-work. It's not going to matter because of how rich he is. I guess 2, the trick is that it's a lie, so I think it's a secret. 15 books is secret times 15, then plus 200. Right, so that's 200 minus 15 minus 1 minus, oh, it's 60 times 3 minus 180, so it's 4. I love that they're creating this story that they're obviously massaging things to keep people in even when they fuck up, right? Like, oh, you get exactly enough to keep you in. Okay, Gideon Bell. There's an outrageous hairstyle. So we got beauty. And broke down in tears 10 times. Like, oh, they count that as 10 separate infractions. Moderation times 10. Diligence times 5. I think that's only secret times 1. Yeah, I like that they can tell the story through the puzzles. This game is quite brilliant. So that's negative 70, negative 72, negative 87, negative 88. Okay, sweet. That was incredible. This whole section was incredibly fun. All right. Some number of years have passed since the Order Party seized power. Okay, I think that one I have to look at a previous mission to answer, right? I've seen the date. I saw it here somewhere. I just have to find it again. Tobacco. Okay, never mind. The answer is here. 3 years. Three years have passed since the Order Party seized power. Is it Gideon, judged to have the largest deduction? The idol was used on him. I guess I should confirm that. No apparent wounds. Thought I had another picture of Gideon somewhere. Let's see. Having money is clearly fine. Didn't push any fashion charges. I'm pretty sure they used the idol. He lost a number of bones? Lost all his bones? I guess maybe it's like... I don't think it's 01 souls. I'm just gonna put that in there. Okay. Maybe it's not Gideon Bell. He does seem like he has the highest deduction. By far. All right, let's start clicking through other stuff here. Third virtue, second virtue. Maybe the point is that it's the tribunal. Keep no secrets. Totally keep secrets. Hey Juicy, how you doing? I'm doing okay. What's the deal with this? I took this to mean resurrect or give life to. Oh, but the blue versus red is significant, right? That's like a whether or not the energy is stored versus applied or something like that, right? If they just gave me a hint about that on the scenario selection screen, I think. This thing. Takes heat. Then discharges and it goes back to blue. Okay. So if it's currently blue, that's not necessarily a statement of negation, right? Like, let me go back. A couple ones I can look at here. That's blue. This would be for like flying, right? Also blue, which means the thing just triggered. Okay. Don't think that's going to be as helpful to me as I thought. We're thinking I should be able to solve this without leaving to look at other scenarios here. Would he have lost that would have killed him? Idea he loses his bones. Oh, okay, I missed this. 6 culprits are brought to the tribunal. Tribunal's open. Each culprit's charges are evaluated. Merit changes are calculated. Not very helpful. I had another picture of Gideon Bell somewhere in here, right? I love the crimes against fashion aspect. It's quite funny. Hard for me to tell if that's the right guy. Check. I can't get the exact answer from anything. The reason I'm thinking it's not intuition is because there's a specific digit I have to use, right? I mean, I guess you could say he lost 88 bones, but... It says that Only 2 or fewer are incorrect. So they must be talking about the digits. So they used the idol on him. He lost a bunch of bones. Unless if it's his money. He lost his merit, right? No, because he was already negative merit. Is it 89 because he has to go positive? No. Still says only 2 or fewer slots are incorrect. I don't know where I'm supposed to get the digits for this. Out of curiosity, does this count this as a single slot? In terms of saying whether 2 or fewer slots are incorrect? I guess it would make sense that I'd have to do 88 here to repeat this. So, like... Oh, now it's wrong. Okay, I see. But 88's probably right. So, it's the only one... That's what I thought it was at first. Okay. Got it. Judge and the tribunal have lost 88 merits. Use the idol to decrease Gideon's youth by 88 years, thus making him 108, which resulted in his death. Okay, cool. Makes sense. I was confused about the bones being right. I didn't think I had the digits right and that they were counting them separately, but now I got it. Slight delay in the peaceful march to the king's castle. Find him. If they don't return, we'll organize a search party to find the lost. Belchester Castle, Blackfield Manor, Camp, Cabin. Oh, Lazarus Hurst. Real important now. It wasn't that important just a few missions ago. David Gorin. Nicholas Maker. I guess now we're like, our cast of characters has stabilized, it seems like, which is kind of cool. James Turner. Love this game's art. Treacherous as many smart people are. Lazarus, you took 32 things from me. I demand you return them. Story of your true origins known to the other party leaders. Willard Wright is just confirming here. It's this one, right? That's Angus McBain. It's even further back. Nope, it's not Oberon Geller. Sebastian Cloudsley, right? There's Willard Wright, and then he dies in the next one, I think. Case 4. Willard Wright got stabbed with a dagger. This is case 4 is Little Mermaid. Write that down. All right, back on it. Bring proof, something personal of yours to give to the veiled woman. I reply to the pigeon released from the cage, it will find me. I like getting the big, like, strategic view of the whole place here. That's cool. Regime has to fall. It's taken everything from me. 12:15 p.m. Why are you not working, you worthless piece of garbage? I'm doing the same thing I saw Lazarus do during the merit executions. Ah, but the gem is missing. That is the same code. Apple. Dead body. Oh, I could probably use that. Oh, maybe not. Wow, wild. Okay, I have no idea where to start with this one, so I guess I'll just keep clicking on stuff for now. Newly invented transportation device. Find me in the place where we two first met. Empty pistol, loaded pistol. Straw men are your bane. We've seen this tattoo on somebody a really long time ago. Go to the prior mission and try to figure it out. Pigeon. Have. Okay. I'm gonna have to come back and read through all of these several times, I think. Oh yeah, this is Sebastian Cloudsley. Mangled and burnt corpses. Empty cannon. Oh, is that what that is? Oh, okay. Thanks. Gotcha. Looking at it, felt like I needed it, but I wasn't sure. Harp. You're Mary. Man, there's a lot of interesting stuff in this one. Edmund Cloudsley, that's a long time ago. For you, I would fight a tiger and win. Peter Badley. This is adding a bunch of historical context to the stuff we've already done, I suppose. Kill our enemies wherever we go. Having the horse run past there. Small but pressing business to attend to at the property of our late brother Sebastian, previous Proud Beast steward. Oh. Interesting. Okay, so the seal has a 7 on it. Rat sneaking around here, no good. Blackmail me and bugger off. Ada Baker, Walter Knott. Kidnap the king. I'm gonna arrive at 11:30. Order party uniform. Okay. I just need to get everything so I can start trying to organize my thoughts on this. Alright, well, this still highlights stuff in yellow if there's something I missed there. I think there's a word I missed somewhere. I just gotta find it now. Oh no, it says I've got 36 out of 36. My bad. I didn't see it turn green. Okay. Oh man. In the morning, somebody killed somebody at the somewhere. Before noon, somebody killed something at the somewhere. I think we know Mary's name from a different mission here. Early in the morning, before noon, in the afternoon. Oh, it's so hard to start filling anything in here. Like, I kind of need like a third tab. Okay. I just need to start writing down. I need to go back through the clues now that I know what I'm trying to collect. And if I suspect that information exists in a prior case, I have to jump to it and write it down in my text file. So I'm going to start back here. Okay. So Lazarus has not returned for several hours. This might be a spoiler, but there's not different times when I visit different locations, right? This is after everything has already happened, and I have to deduce the time based on like things people say in their documents and watches and that sort of a thing. Alistair and James have gone to find him. Kind of like an old school adventure game. This is all one moment. Okay. At 11:30 on May 15th. Okay. So someone says to Lazarus, "You stole 32 things from me. Meet me at 11:30 at the place the idol was stolen from Willard Wright, which is Little Mermaid." And personal viewers to give to the Veiled Woman. So back. I have instructed him to arrive at 11:30. He'll be in order party uniform. If he comes alone without any backup, approach him. He gives you something that belonged to the one who escaped your tonic. Okay. All right. I need to start separating my text file notes. I know you guys can't see them here. I'll just try to summarize the things I know as I know them. So we got Little Mermaid, lady with handkerchief. So I wonder if Lazarus already got to her. She could conceal her face. So the one who escaped your tonic, I think, is oh right, I can do it in game, can I? This one. She was not who it was intended for. It was Darkhand Steward wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead. Ada Baker poisoned the tonic. Okay. But Rose Kubert accidentally ate it. Ada Baker wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead. I think that's his EC handkerchief, right? You have it here? He sure does. Okay, cool. She's got the handkerchief. If he gives you something that belonged to the one who escaped your tonic, you may proffer him the instruction slip I gave you. Right, so he made it to her. Okay. So Lazarus made it to Ada Baker, gave her Edmund Cloudsley's handkerchief. She gave Lazarus the instruction slip. That's 11:30. Can I already start to say that? Before noon. Guessing this is Golden Idol. Can't do anything with this yet, I don't think. Afternoon, somebody went to the inn to blank blank because blank had tried to get back his blank. Maybe this is just drawing me to Cloudsley. Okay, so Lazarus says, tell someone I will be at the property of Sebastian, previous Proud Beast steward, back at camp for 10 o'clock strategy meeting. So that all happened before the stuff I was just pursuing. So this is not Lazarus. I don't think I can see who's on the horse. So the horse is just running off on its own. Okay. If the evil government meant this. So presumably Lazarus did this. Is this the manor? Is this what this is called? Let me check that map. That's Belchester Castle, right? It's the party camp, Crossroads, Manor. That's the Cloudsley cabin. That's the manor. I think that's right. Early in the morning, Lazarus Hurst killed mangled and burned corpses. But there's a whole bunch of them, so I don't know who's here. I guess I have to find out somewhere else. Okay, I gotta keep looking for information here. So we're meant to understand that it's 12:15 right now, I think. All right, she's like a spy taking notes, so I need to build the timeline. So 8 a.m., insurrectionist carriage passes. It says newfangled. Okay. 8:30, individual in insurrectionist uniform passes on a bicycle. Okay. 10:15, two individuals in insurrectionist uniforms pass on horses. Okay. So let me fit in the stuff I already know. So I've got 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m., half 11, or that's 11:30, right? Just to make sure I'm not. Half 11 was Lazarus to speak to Ada Baker at the tavern, the inn or whatever. And then we had a 10 o'clock strategy meeting. Lazarus says he'll be at Sebastian's. No, he'll be back at camp. Be back at camp, returning from Sebastian's. Okay. Let me keep writing down times here. Idle doesn't work for him. He's got a horse though, so that's likely relevant. Alistair Coke apparently has a horse? Question mark. The other horse is like running away. All right, so somebody died at the crossroads. As for what time that happened, maybe that was Alistair killed him and then ran. Someone murdered at crossroads with a sword, it looks like. Numerous cuts. He does have a sword, so I could guess that he did that, but I don't have any information about time at the moment. Damn you, you cunning devil. You'll find me in the place where we two first met. Okay. So this one is the cabin, I think. This menu's not great for me to track, and not this one. That's the inn. Nice way for them to convey, though, that you need to... Explosive events in the forest cabin. Okay. That's a smart way for them to convey that you have to look at the other cases to have a chance here. It hasn't been strictly necessary up till now. Edmund Cloudsley needed a corpse. Walter Keane, along with accomplices, delivered a coffin. On entering, Hardy Abe clubbed David Gran. Okay, so Jack Nails and Hardy Abe are dead. So people who could have met here: David Gran, who's not dead, Edmund Cloudsley, and Walter Keane. Cloudsley, Keane. Oh, I wonder if the big reveal is going to be that, like, Lazarus, because his name is Lazarus, he's like super old here and his face looks similar. He finally got the youth transfer thing to work and made himself younger. I think that's right. That's fucking genius. Okay, cool. I don't know how that's going to tie into the story, but I think that that's correct. So Walter Keane, Edmund Cloudsley, David Gran. I think we had established David Gran, not in this mission, but the one before this. Yeah, David Gran and Edmund Cloudsley, but not Walter Keane. So I think it's Cloudsley and Keane. Doing like a vampire thing of changing his identity. Cute. And I love that it's hiding in plain sight with his name being Lazarus. Okay. So I gotta find the thing that said... Guy here. You will find me in the place where we two first met. So I think Lazarus Edmund sent a letter to Walter Keane to meet him at the cabin, and then shot him. Now, I think I might have a reason for why he hates Walter. That stored in here. Treacherous as many smart people are. We just generally had some detail about Walter. Was it in this mission? Claimed he had not betrayed Lazarus during the ritual of ascendance. Okay, yeah, that seems right. Cool. I'm glad we have extra time for this one. Okay. So I'm starting to kind of piece things together, I think. I think this one is wanted to steal the golden idol. Let me just try it. Well, maybe not, because steal's not an option. Cabin to kill Walter Keane. Lazarus Hurst. Individual in instruction uniform passes on a bicycle. He was returning from Sebastian's. I don't know about Keane going for the golden idol. I guess I don't know. Because he betrayed him, right? Kidnap, have... He didn't successfully kill him, so I think whatever I'm trying to answer here is on the right side of the screen, or is on the left side of the screen, not the right side. Okay, so I'm going to leave this filled in. I think this is wrong, but at least I'm piecing things together. So we've seen the person recognize that voice. It is you. Okay, yeah, so he knows the voice of Lazarus, who's actually Edmund Cloudsley. Strawman. Is there initials on there that I'm supposed to be able to make out? And the point is that it's able to look through the window. Okay, hold on. Getting out with a straw man here. Okay, scarecrow in a wooden coffin. Breathing but lost consciousness. Interesting. He was trying to get a corpse, but he got a straw man instead. Okay, cool. That could be David. Let's see. What else do I know about David? I think I've seen him in a few different missions here. Really like, this is really a cool way to do this chapter here, having you go back to all the previous missions. Oh yeah, Dark-Hand Initiate. There, this guy has... The Dark-Hand Initiate finally gets his revenge after all this time? Wow, wild. So he left his stuff, but which does it... Can I get information about his identity? Person with the hats. No, that's not... I guess that could be Walter Keane, because we never identified him. They intentionally didn't have us identify people here. But I don't think Walter Keane is a redhead, right? Okay. Let me try to figure out who that guy is. Willard. Oh, you could also do names if you figured it out. I guess I could use that as a test. So I can't use that to say, okay, he's definitely not the other names that are listed there. Oh, well, let me redo it. Okay, let's see. Let me make sure that is, in fact, the guy that I think it is, because both happen to have a back tattoo. I think the hand and the two eyeballs does mean initiative. The hand means dark hand. But he only has one. Okay. So does two mean steward? Dark hand steward all this time? Oh my god. Okay, let's see. I did, okay. Yeah, okay, that's right. So he's not this redhead guy. He's a dark hand steward. We've been doing stuff with dark hand steward this whole time, right? In fact, I think the very next mission clarifies that. James Turner, our guy. I love this thing with Lazarus. Like, maybe you could suspect it before this. I feel like they give you the information, but it's not until this case that you're forced to contend with it, which is smart. Alright, well, this guy does have the same seal, the 7 and the star, and that's James Turner. Water Snake Master, okay. Proud Beast Master. Darkhand Steward. I feel like I knew who Darkhand Steward was before, because that came up in, that was one of my first, like, favorite sequences in this game. Was it this one, where, like, they snuck in Darkhand Steward on 2 different other words? Darkhand Steward wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead. That was very tricky. You know, 'cause she was working with Ada Baker, right? It's like every 4th letter. This... We got Darkhand Steward here, right? Okay. Probably get more information here. I need to double check some of these names. I guess there's people I can know for sure that he's not. He is balding. Yeah, that's fine. If it's stuff I should know and it's just been months. Is this the one you're talking about, this chapter? Darkhand Steward is Walter Keane. Okay. Thank you. So they hate each other, so that makes sense. So, old guy at cabin is Darkhand Steward. Walter Keane. How did they make it? We knew it was Walter Keane because he beat up. Remind me how I knew that, because I needed to get that answer in order to fill out the prompts correctly, right? He's like super old now, right? Is the whole point. He delivered the coffin, but it was a fake. But how did knowing that he was Walter Keane necessary to the solution at the time? Initials and possessions. Okay. He's not dead is the point. Cunning Devil. So I assume that's Lazarus who's been shot there. Alright, I just need to get more information, I guess, before I start making any designations. I think I know stuff about that location. Where else can I inspect here? Horse runs away. Does it matter that it runs from the west? I don't know if this is meant to be showing direction or not. Okay, so that's north. Everybody's betraying each other. Where's the gem, I wonder? He doesn't seem to have it. Try to get back to building a timeline. And this guy's completely useless. Probably useless. Not useless. Walter not. I don't know that I can do much with that. Let's go back here and review. "32 things for me." Is that merits, maybe? Such a specific number. Ah. Okay. Meet me at the place Yoda was stolen from our Brotherhood and poor Willard Wright met his death. So you have a lot of ways to figure out who that is, I guess, is the point. feel like I need like a break in here. I have to have one of these that I can solve so I can start narrowing the other ones down. Alistair and James left to find him. Okay, let me add that as a note. He did leave. One passes on a bicycle. Lazarus says to be back at the camp, returning from Sebastian's. 2 individuals in insurrectionist uniforms pass on horses. Coke had a horse. So it could have been Coke and James on horses. Can I get that? Let's do find Lazarus Hurst. So Alistair Coke and James Turner went out to find probably fight over it. Found the golden idol. Is it at the crossroads? So that could be James Turner. But on the way back, they started to fight over it, so... I think the whole point is that horse is running away from this direction. Okay. So is this the crossroads? Yeah, no, it's on the way back. So they were trying to meet him at the manor? Okay, okay. Yeah, that follows, right? Because that's where he said he was going to be. All right, sweet. Now I've got a bit of a break-in. That's good. So before noon, Alistair Coke killed James Turner at the crossroads. Oh, but I don't get a confirmation for that. Okay, that's fine. I get a confirmation for getting all of these right. Okay. How many total deaths are there, right? There's... James Turner's dead. He's not dead. Lazarus has been shot by Walter Keane. There's 3 corpses here, but I don't know that they count. There must be. Okay, hold on. This must be the only other corpses, right? Nobody in the building. Three feels like it's too many, though. Unless if we're meant to understand that there's multiple people there. I guess we could rule people out, right? Because there's he's still alive, so it's not Nicholas Maker, right? He's Nicholas Maker. Why would he kill David Garan? So these two are both accounted for. Walter Keane's accounted for. Nicholas Maker's accounted for. So where's David Garan? I could say David Garan at the manor, but it's not going to be enough to confirm it. But the problem still, though, is that the number of, like, I don't have enough bodies, right? Because there's supposed to be 3 people killed and 1 person who's not killed, right? Is he still alive? I don't want to ask for a hint just yet. I can't tell if these are meant to be understood to be 3 different people that are included on this list, or that maybe only one of them matters or is specified here. I know that guy from a much earlier case. This one. Peter Batley. So he's a red herring. He has nothing to do with this. It's Mary and Peter Batley. Keep them out of this. There's not enough names. Right, so, okay, this is new. Edmund Cloudsley. Trying to have an affair with Mary, who's Peter's wife. So that's Lazarus. My uncle died, and I am rich. Interesting. Okay. So this makes more sense now. My uncle died and I'm rich. That's 1788. March 5th, 1788. January 5th, 1788. So Mary was married to somebody else a long time ago, right? What? She was in... I think she first appears in this mission, is that right? Or had I seen her before? No, maybe she might be actually a little bit earlier. Well, that's Rose who I'm thinking of. Mary Richards. Lothar Richards is the one we don't like. So what happens to Lothar Richards? Lothar's not in this one. He was in this one. We didn't get an opportunity to figure that out. So maybe he's just successfully been shipped away, David and Bathsheba style. Okay. This has to connect in some way. March 15th, 1795. Okay. My Uncle Edmund died, so if you hadn't figured it out a second ago, this is where you would see a discrepancy. Like, what's Edmund sending letters for? If he's supposed to have been dead for 7 years, right? Okay. let's say, wanted to have the ideal wife. Now, why would that be early in the morning, though? Because that's 8 a.m. Still don't think I have the right... I'm still really confused about the number of dead people. So I think I just have to ask this. Sorry. The only corpses, the only actual, like, completely dead people are James Turner here and these 3 people here, right? There's not some that I'm missing on some other screen that I just forgot about. Is he still alive? I assume that's Lazarus. Dead includes dying. Okay. Thank you. Assume Walter finished this off. Can I not use Lazarus twice here? Doesn't seem to want to let me. Oh, because okay, because I have more uses of it here. Okay. Killing happened if the dying didn't. Okay, that's what I've been stuck with here. Lazarus says he'll be back at the camp, returning from Sebastian's. Someone has to have been killed at the manor, but who? Point that he like killed someone he thought was Walter Keane. They wouldn't make that the clue though, right? There's like only so many names for me to work with, which is what's driving me nuts here. Cannon. Mangled and burned corpses. There's the thing about Sebastian. This is a letter that went to James Turner. Right, this is James Turner's horse. I think we know that conclusively. Yeah, okay. So maybe James Turner did the killing at the manor? It's the only other thing I can guess here. David Garan is still unaccounted for, and I don't have any information about him. No. Okay, I feel a little stuck here. If you guys want to talk it and hide and see if you have a hint to move me along here. So to try to state my theory of what's going on, a lot of the letters and information I've been getting back and forth between Walter Keane and Lazarus. Lazarus is as Edmund Cloudsley. Walter Keane killed him, and I think that that's the last thing that happened in the day. We know Alistair Coke did kill James Turner at the crossroads. Like, that appears to be confirmed. But the early in the morning, somebody killed somebody at the, like maybe I can ask it as yes or no questions. Am I correct that early in the morning someone died at the manor, or is that already wrong? Okay, early in the morning someone died at the manor. There's no no, the early in the morning at the manor. I have Oh yeah, the left, this is just all nonsense. I'm mostly concerned about the right here. That's why I'm going crazy. But I guess that confirms that these two are connected. Okay. I don't think I know enough about this to do anything with it at the moment. Seems the golden idol was here. I don't see like the gemstone here somewhere. We just know the gemstone is missing. Because here they weren't consistent, right? Because this happened slightly before this. I'm just nervous I don't have the right names here. Right, so okay. Peter Batley's still alive. Mary Batley's still alive. Nicholas Maker's still alive. So none of those people can be the villain, or can be the victim at the manor. Walter Keene's accounted for. Alistair Coke's accounted for. James Turner's accounted for. Lazarus presumably is accounted for. I'm pretty sure about that. So that means the only person that can be the victim is David Goran, right? Like, that's how I arrived at that. Is that also true, that early in the morning David Goran died at the manor? No. Maybe this is doing something like the Dark Hand Steward level, where there's another name that I can form that's not out of the ones that I have. Because it just doesn't, I'm not seeing any remaining names. Yeah, that works, thanks. Try to start filling some of this in. The camp. Walter Keene, you took 32 things for me. we specifically talking about this letter? This all seems like so I already know about all the people, and this is Walter Keane talking to Lazarus, right? Is it one of those things, or is it something else? Okay. I'll just keep going back to other locations here and see if anything makes sense. Hey Leon, how you doing? On the Uber puzzle. Recognize that voice. Unless if that's David Garan, I guess. But I thought the whole I recognize your voice thing means he realized that he's Edmund Cloudsley all along. Okay, so that could be Walter Keane. Okay, maybe that makes more sense. Go back. So if that's David Garan instead... means Lazarus is still alive, though? Oops. Okay, well, I'm closer, so... I think the whole fell for the Scarecrow thing makes more sense now. I got really fixated on the whole revelation about Edmund Cloudsley and him saying, I knew that voice, but I guess the point of him, I know that voice, is that he has a helmet on. Okay. So then I need to find out who killed who at the manor. Well, I can fill some of this stuff in, so... David Garan into the cabin to... blackmailing him? Wait, so is Walter, like, confused then? Like, am I meant to understand that Walter knows that this definitely is David Garan, or he thinks it's, Lazarus? I feel like I'm still short a name here. Let's see. Blackmail. Lazarus first. I see, okay. Kill Walter Keane. Close. Lost Idol? No. Such little information about David. There we can talk. All he has, there's the bicycle. I thought we established, I guess I don't know for sure who was on the bicycle, right? $830 on horses. About the carriage. Can I find the carriage somewhere? That's the newfangled carriage. Oh, did Peter kill him? Okay. That's surprising. I like that a lot because you're like, oh man, he's clearly just there to be a red herring. That's the only other thing. It's like, it has to be Lazarus because he's got the fancy carriage because he's a rich guy and the guy. Okay, cool, got it. Oh, that was driving me nuts. Thank you for your help, y'all. Low hints. So early in the morning. Good nap. The ideal wife. Is they're doing this to make this. It's not to find. Don't think it's kill. See, we go get the golden idol. Okay. Well, let me try to figure this because I think I have all the information to solve this one. David Grant went to the cavern to kill Walter Keane because Walter Keane tried to blackmail. I guess it could be kill. No. So that definitely is blackmail then. It's lost merits, right? Like lost years or something? Okay, lost years. You took 32 things from me, and it was merits, but then we established in the previous mission that when you lose merits, they drain years of your life. Okay, all right, I get it. That's cute and makes sense. Yeah, I thought maybe he was older simply because I thought it was more that, because I guess I didn't look at the specific years, but I was under the impression that like Edmund Cloudsley was super old and he's like been maintaining his youth for years and years. And that Walter Keane is just naturally older because of that. But it's like specifically that his health has been drained basically. Okay. I got it. You lost a cannon gambling. Oh, right. And then betting slip. So that helps you guess that he was gambling as a cannon. Someone with the cannon killed somebody here. So that's how you know Peter Batley did the kill at the manor. Okay. I don't know why Lazarus Hearst is at the manor. He might be able to figure it out, though. pressing business to attend to at the property of our late brother Sebastian. Oh, the ship in the harbor is missing a cannon. That's cute. Just going to confirm this, that it's not going to be Peter Batley, but... Okay. Kidnap Mary Batley. Ah, huzzah! The scroll has been fulfilled. What do the hints do in this? Like, what kind of clues do they give you? Because I don't think I've depended on chat to help me out with that. Nay, Richards. Broke the idol. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's amazing. What a perfect ending, too. That, like, you're expecting it to be this, like, epic result of this epic plot. I really do think they designed that one to try to lead you to believe that it was going to be Walter Keane shooting Lazarus there. Like, I've walked into every trap the devs have set for me, and it's beautiful. Drink down with virtues. Scrap metal. Amazing. That was delightful, and we almost came in exactly on the how long to beat with y'all's help. Thank you for that. That last case was really good. I think my favorite case was the one with figure out what the 4 virtues are and what the merits are. It's a fun little math logic puzzle. Relatively straightforward. Yeah, I wrote down that she was Ada Baker. And she was the one that got the message from Darkhand Steward. I caught all that stuff. That just didn't get me to the answer about David Goran. So I think what I'll do is I'll split the VOD here, because that's the end of the base game, and it seems like the DLCs have like standalone how long to beats. They're like not connected to the main save file in any way, right? Oh, there's an easy post-credits case before the DLC. Okay, epilogue. Interesting. Witness the power of the idol in my hands and swear loyalty to Lazarus Hearst. We will build the ideal society. Okay, so here they make it much clearer that he's... Oh yeah, you see his face going from old to young. One thing is worse than imbeciles with power. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that that mission doesn't even require you to know that Lazarus is Edmund Cloudsley. That's kind of cool. Like, it's certainly helpful to know that. Yeah, it's really, really good. All citizens are equal. Serve society to the full extent of their abilities. Slated for virtue. Okay. So it has the 4 virtues here. Yeah, that's really cute. Even though he seems like a joke. Whatever is necessary to build a better world. Okay. Gotcha. So we know all the masters. And you could figure most of these out, I suppose, right? My death, and for keeping an eye on our new ally. Yeah, the Lazarus thing is great. I love that it like didn't even occur to me until the exact moment the game wanted it to occur to me. Like, I come into a lot of these games like very suspicious and expecting nonsense and bullshit and to be tricked, and this game like tricked me every single time. Oh, so we already drained him. Let's see. Fucked up. Yeah, his name is literally Lazarus. Brotherhood Masters, blank, blank, and blank. There's 2. So they helped. Can I say Lazarus, Hearst, or Edmund Cloudsley? Because that would be kind of interesting. James Turner, Angus McBain. Oh, is Angus McBain not an option here? Alistair Coke, maybe? Ah. Because Angus McBain didn't help because they killed him. Force the rule of virtues, taking youth away from the common people and giving it to order party members. Right before the showdown with the uncooperative king, Lazarus Hearst wanted to kidnap Mary Batley. So they're just making sure that you got the whole picture at the end, I guess, since you could solve some of these with only kind of like side-eyeing the picture. Was shot by Peter Batley, and the idol was broken. Oh. Okay, yes, so I had that right. I see. During one attempt, Blank was captured and Blank convinced him to join his side. Blank used the Blank to make himself young. So we'll say that's Edmund Cloudsley. Infiltrated the Brotherhood. New identity of Lazarus Hearst. Claimed to be the Griffin Reborn. Transform the Brotherhood into the Order Party. Who was captured? So I think it was Walter Keane and David Garan were talking to each other because David Garan was... What was the other way around? The other way around. No, I thought it was that. Must be Edmund Cloudsley then. Okay, that makes more sense. The whole thing with Walter Keane, and then he eventually gets his revenge. Yeah, I got it. So Sebastian Cloudsley left the idol to the Brotherhood in his will. But then... Okay, so that's a much earlier one. So he dies here, he leaves it in his will. So the whole thing with a person getting burnt by Willard Wright. Okay. Gospel and Testament, four inheritors, all presents. Stole the idol. Accidentally stabbed. Willard Wright, I think. It's the Brotherhood tasked. Cover the idol, but his attempts were fruitless. Okay, I know the people getting stabbed one. That's this mission. Ash Blair? Do I have that as a... Doesn't seem right. Hold on. Oh, really? That was about to be what my guess was. I was going to check to see if there was something that showed his real name. I thought there was something that connected the two of them between these missions. Is the fact that he looks exactly the same? Okay. So he's called Ash Blair in this mission, but then in the very... or not the very next mission. This mission... Now he's David Garan. Okay. I understand. Gotcha. That's cool. Nice to make that connection at the end there. Edmund Cloudsley's orders. So the island accidentally stabbed Willard Wright. To punish Edmund Cloudsley. This was Water Snake Steward, which I think I can get the answer on now. Oh, it's not Jeffrey Sinclair. Okay. Angus McBain? It did come up later. The second to last one I'm not sure about. The Brotherhood tasked someone to recover the idol. Wait. That's that's this attempt to break into the cabin, right? Walter Keane. Yeah, during one attempt. Huzzah! Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Got it. Cool. Perfect. Good time. All right, so I'm gonna split the VOD there. That was Case of the Golden Idol. I went over a little bit on time with the epilogue. Then we'll start the Spider of Lanka as a separate video. Yeah, that makes sense.